In this tutorial, I want to show you how to create a new document with the settings we're going to use for our vector robot project. So with Illustrator open, you have a few options for creating a new document. You have Create New when the Start workspace is open. You also always under File have the option to choose or create a new document from up here. And there's a handy shortcut, Command N. I use a shortcut mostly, so Command N. Going to open up this new document dialog box. There's several options for document presets, like pre-made sizes. We want to choose an art and illustration document, and we're going to do what's called a Super B format, but they don't have that by default, so we got to make it. We're going to change from points to inches. Professional designers are going to use a lot of points and picas. But to ease the transition into design and illustration, I'm going to go with the familiar setting to you, which is inches. We want it to be portrait, which is tall and skinny, whereas landscape is short and wide. You want the width to be 12 inches and the height to be 18 inches. We want to open up advanced options here. We're looking for RGB color. That's part of choosing art and illustration. That is a combination of red, green, and blue. That's important because that's what our printer prints as. We'll talk about what a professional printer prints as in the future. And raster effects, let's bump that up to 150. Then we're going to come back up to the top, and we want to name this, right? You want to always use your last name, and then, period number, underscore, last name, first initial, underscore, and then the name of the project in camel case. So period number, so if you're period 3, P3, underscore, your last name, first initial, underscore, the name of this project's vector robot, it's lowercase, and then the second word, or the first letter in the second word, is capitalized. That is camel case. I want you to get into that practice for saving your projects. I will be grading on file naming and file management. So you have that named. You have 12 by 18 inches, RGB color, 150 pixels per inch. We want to click on Create. Then I'm going to hit Command 0 to make sure that my artboard fits nicely into my workspace. So Command 0 centers it and makes it fit. And before we get started, we might want to save this. So we're going to do File, Save As. Your dialog box when you first open probably looks something like this. Right, we have our file named already. We want to hit that to open up an extended dialog box. Go to Google Drive, look for your class folder, right? So my example is period 1 graphic arts. Yours is going to be whatever period you're in with your name. Down here in the bottom left, we want to create a new folder with the name of the project. So vector robot, and we're going to click Create. And then we want to save your document. Don't worry about any of this stuff, right? Just click OK. And now you can get to work on designing your robot. Keep in mind that every 5 to 10 minutes or so I would save your document in case computers crash or whatever might happen. Easiest way is the shortcut Command S, or you can always come up and do File, Save, or Save As.